Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a heavy one. We're talking about something that's both terrifying and fascinating. People who accidentally documented their own deaths on Instagram. It's like, we're all living our lives online, sharing every little thing. But what happens when that online life intersects with actual death? It's creepy, right? Like one minute you're scrolling through your feed seeing someone's vacation photos, and the next minute you find out they're gone. We're going to be looking at some of the most shocking and tragic stories of people who shared their final moments on Instagram. So buckle up, grab some tissues, and maybe a stress ball because this is going to be an emotional roller coaster. Our first story is about this young influencer, right? Let's call her Sarah. Sarah was one of those people who seemed to have it all. She was young, vibrant, and had a magnetic personality that drew people in. Her social media presence was a carefully curated blend of fashion tips, makeup tutorials, and glimpses into her seemingly perfect life. Sarah was beautiful, bubbly, always posting about fashion, makeup, the typical influencer stuff. Her followers loved her for her authenticity, and the way she made even the most mundane moments seem glamorous. She had a knack for making her audience feel like they were part of her world. She had thousands of followers who, totally adored her. Every post she made was met with a flood of likes and comments, and her follower count just kept climbing. It was clear that Sarah had a special connection with her audience, and they hung on her every word. One day Sarah decided to do a live stream from this super scenic cliffside spot. She wanted to share the breathtaking views with her followers, to give them a taste of the beauty she was experiencing in real time. It was the kind of place that looked like it was straight out of a travel magazine. You know the type, right? Breathtaking views, totally Instagrammable. The kind of place where every angle is perfect for a photo, and the natural beauty is almost overwhelming. Sarah was excited to share this moment with her followers, to let them see the world through her eyes. She was all smiles, chatting with her followers, showing off the view. Everything seemed totally normal. Her followers were loving it, sending hearts and comments of admiration. And then it happened. In an instant, the mood shifted from joy to horror. One minute Sarah's laughing, adjusting her phone, and the next, there's a scream, the phone tumbles, and all you can see is the sky spinning. It was a moment of pure chaos, and the viewers were left in shock, unable to comprehend what they had just witnessed. People watching the live stream, they couldn't believe it. They were glued to their screens, hoping that what they saw wasn't real. The comment section exploded with confusion and fear as everyone tried to make sense of the situation. It was like a horror movie, but this was real life. The kind of thing you see in films but never expect to happen in reality. The viewers were left feeling helpless, unable to do anything but watch as the tragedy unfolded before their eyes. The comments started flooding in, people freaking out asking if she was okay, but there was nothing. No response, no sign of Sarah, just a growing sense of dread as the reality of the situation began to sink in. Just silence. And then the screen went dark. The live stream ended abruptly, leaving everyone in a state of shock and disbelief. It was a moment that would be etched in their memories forever. It turned out, Sarah had lost her footing and fallen to her death. The news spread quickly, and soon everyone was talking about the tragic accident. It was a stark reminder of how quickly life can change and how fragile our existence really is. Can you imagine? One minute you're connecting with people online, and the next, it's all gone? The suddenness of it all was hard to grasp, and her followers were left to grapple with their grief and the loss of someone they felt they knew so well. It's terrifying. But it makes you think about how fragile life is, We often take our moments for granted, not realizing how quickly they can be taken away. Sarah's story is a sobering reminder to cherish every moment and to be mindful of the risks we take, even in the pursuit of sharing our lives with others. This next story is about a travel blogger. Let's call him Mark. Mark was living the dream, traveling the world, taking amazing photos and sharing his adventures with everyone. He was in this beautiful tropical country, exploring some ancient ruins. He posted this photo of himself, perched on this crumbling wall, this big grin on his face, with the caption "living on the edge," literally. It got tons of likes, obviously, because the photo was incredible. But what people didn't know was that this photo, this happy, carefree moment, would be his last. See, Mark, in his quest for the perfect shot, he climbed onto this unstable part of the ruins. And it gave way. He fell, and tragically, he didn't survive. The craziest part, his phone, the one he used to take that final photo, it survived the fall. The police actually used it to identify him and contact his family. Imagine being his parents, getting that call, and then seeing that photo, that last image of their son, happy and carefree, not knowing it was the moment everything changed. It's heartbreaking. Okay, this story is about a fitness enthusiast, let's call her Jessica. Jessica was all about that healthy lifestyle, always posting workout videos, motivational quotes, you know the type. She was super dedicated, always pushing herself to the limit. One day she posted a video of herself at the gym lifting weights, looking super strong and determined. The caption was something like, "Pushing myself harder than ever. No pain, no gain," right? And that's what's so eerie about this story. Because tragically, Jessica pushed herself too hard that day. She had a massive heart attack right there in the gym. The people at the gym, they said she just collapsed. They tried to revive her, but it was too late. And the saddest part? Her phone, with that final video still up, it was right there next to her. It's a stark reminder that even when we think we're invincible, life can throw us a curveball. It makes you think twice about those no pain, no gain mottos, you know? This story is about a musician, let's call him Ben. Ben was a dreamer, a soul who found solace in the strings of his guitar. Music was his escape, his way of communicating with the world. Ben was a struggling artist, you know, playing gigs in small clubs, trying to make a name for himself. Night after night, he would pour his heart out on stage, hoping that someone, anyone, would recognize his talent. He had this raw talent, this passion that just poured out of him when he played. Every note, every chord was a piece of his soul. His performances were not just about the music, they were about telling his story, sharing his journey. He was so excited because he finally got booked at this bigger venue, a chance to play for a larger audience. This was the break he had been waiting for, the opportunity to showcase his music to a wider audience. He posted this video on Instagram, just him sitting in his apartment, strumming his guitar, singing a few lines from the song he was going to play that night. It was a simple, raw performance, but it was filled with so much emotion and anticipation. He seemed so happy, so full of hope. You could see the excitement in his eyes, the joy in his smile. He was on the brink of something big and he knew it. He captioned the video, "Tonight's the night. Come hang out and listen to some tunes." It was an invitation to his friends, his fans, anyone who would listen, to come and share in his moment of triumph. But tragically, Ben never made it to that gig. The stage that was supposed to be filled with his music remained silent, the instruments untouched. On his way to the venue, he was hit by a drunk driver. He died instantly. The news spread quickly, and the music community was left in shock and mourning. His last post, that video of him singing, it became this heartbreaking reminder of a dream cut short. People flooded his social media with tributes, sharing their memories of him and his music. It's like he was on the verge of something great, and then, in a flash, it was gone. The empty stage, the silent guitar, they all stood as a testament to what could have been. It makes you realize how precious life is and how quickly things can change. Ben's story is a poignant reminder to cherish every moment, to pursue our passions with all our heart, and to never take a single day for granted. His music may have been silenced, but his legacy lives on in the hearts of those who heard his final melody. This last story is about a thrill seeker. Let's call him Jake. Jake was not your average adrenaline junkie. He lived for the rush, the heart-pounding moments that made him feel truly alive. Jake was all about pushing boundaries, living life on the edge. From the moment he first experienced the thrill of freefall, he was hooked. Skydiving, bungee jumping, wingsuit flying, he did it all. He was into extreme sports, skydiving, bungee jumping, you name it. Each new challenge was a way to test his limits, to see how far he could go. He had this Instagram account where he'd post all these crazy videos of his stunts. His followers loved the raw, unfiltered look into his high-octane lifestyle. Every post was a new adventure, a new story to tell. People followed him because honestly it was both exhilarating and terrifying to watch. They lived vicariously through his daring exploits, feeling the rush without leaving their seats. One day, he decided to do this insane stunt, base jumping off this skyscraper in Dubai. It was the ultimate test, a leap from one of the tallest buildings in the world. He set up his GoPro, and he started filming, talking to the camera, all hyped up on adrenaline. "This is it, guys," he said. "The big one. Wish me luck." His excitement was palpable, infectious. And then he jumped. The camera captured every second. The rush of air, the breathtaking view, the sheer drop. The video showed him free-falling, the wind whipping around him, the city sprawling beneath him. It was a moment of pure freedom, a dance with gravity. It was both beautiful and terrifying. The world seemed to pause, holding its breath as Jake plummeted towards the earth. But then, something went wrong. His parachute, it malfunctioned. The video captured everything. The sudden jerk, the frantic attempts to fix it, the growing panic in his eyes, his look of panic, the ground rushing towards him, and then, darkness. It was a heart-stopping moment. A stark reminder of the risks he took. The video went viral, obviously, but not in the way Jake would have wanted. It spread like wildfire, a chilling testament to the dangers of extreme sports. It became this chilling reminder that even the most experienced risk-takers can't cheat death. News outlets picked it up, turning Jake's final jump into a cautionary tale. It's a sobering thought, you know? For all the thrill and excitement, there's always that underlying risk. Jake's story is a stark reminder of the fine line between life and death, and the price of living on the edge. Wow, guys, those stories were intense, right? It's crazy to think that something as simple as an Instagram post can become a final message to the world. It's a haunting reminder of how fragile life is, and how quickly things can change. It makes you want to hug your loved ones a little tighter, you know? These stories also make you think about the impact of social media. It's like this digital graveyard in a way, preserving these final moments, these glimpses into the lives of people who are no longer with us. It's both fascinating and heartbreaking. Anyway, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on all of this. Let me know in the comments below which story you found the most shocking, or if you have any other thoughts you want to share. And as always, thanks for watching. These stories remind us of the fragility of life and the impact of social media. If you found this video thought-provoking, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.